Hello, and welcome back to another episode or segment of Rate the Leadership. I am your host, Jai Mays, and my co-host,
General Mays is here.
my
Hello,
wonderful
everyone.
husband.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, today we're going to talk about defunding the police. Was this a good idea to do that? And before we get into this compilation, because we're going to rate the leadership, was it good leadership for the Democratic Party to defund the police? And is it good leadership for President Trump to bring law and order back? So, before we get into this, honey, how do you think? What is your relationships? Do you hate the cops? Have the cops mistreated you? Have you been mistreated before, but then, some cops treated you good and then some treated you bad? Would you want to defund them?
No, we want to defund the police at all. I mean, you shouldn't be out there doing anything wrong if you have any issues.
Say.
Hey man, look, the police do what they do. They have it's a job like anybody else has a job, and their job is to patrol the streets, to patrol the highways, patrol urban areas, suburban, everything, right? And you see sheriff officers, you see local police, you see city, state police, stuff like that, right? So let the people do their job. The problem is if you out there doing the wrong thing, oh yeah. And even if you have a rap sheet, people don't understand that. You have a rap sheet, you have a pass, stuff like that. They're gonna, if you got pulled over for a speeding, most of the time people get pulled over speeding, they know they're going, you're going over the limit, man. I remember when I was speeding, man. I didn't argue with the man. There's no need to argue, man. Yeah, I was hitting it, officer. Straight up, honesty is the best policy. Yeah, man, I was trying to, look, man, if you got to get to the bathroom or something, let the people know. You trying to get to pick up your child, let them know. Right. But you always that one, why you pull me over? Because they know they done some dumb shit. Stop the cussing. But
that's right.
It's just amazing to me that people really think that
the
police are wrong.
Yes.
For pulling me over. Yeah, my tail light is out. You knew it. We all know it. You know what's up, man? Look, I just don't have the money right now, Mr. Officer. I've been trying. It's hard. The economy messed up. I mean, they understand. They should understand. They do the same. They got the same issues you got at their house. Ain't nobody different. We all the same.
Do. That's a good
police
point.
Are just like us. They all got the same issues. I'm a soldier. Ex-soldier. So it's like we have the same issues that everybody else had, but at the same time, it was on different levels, a different type of job, a different type of position that we had. And it's a whole nother world. It's not the civilian world. It's not dealing with all the stuff that you guys do. It's a whole nother level, a whole nother world. And you really have to understand that. Even the police society, it's another world. You understand? Political mindset, another world. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with you have to be in that world to see what it is, understand the lingo, understand how to get around, move around with it. And man, you'll be all right. The problem is that, again, people are, when you speed, you jump into their world. Now, when you're breaking the law of the land that they got, you're jumping into the police world now. Correct. Of course, you're going to be judged. Of course, because you shouldn't. It might be
broke the law.
Man, it might be be straight up. It might be 1 kilometer over the speed limit, and you might get popped.
But there's times that if you show respect to the law, they will show respect back. That has been my encounter when I've got pulled over. I have respect. I didn't buck back.
Most people don't know how to talk to the cop. Man, you talk to you ain't gonna.
And usually they say, you know what, ma'am, just slow down, okay? And you
talk to the people. Y'all
You've
around here
gotten out of tickets before.
A lot of tickets. Just hey man, this is what's going on. Honestly, let them lay it on the table.
Lay it on the table.
This is going on, officer. Straight up, straight down. This was happening.
Right.
Man, I got to get to this bathroom, man. If I don't get to this bathroom right now, me and you both gonna have an issue, man. You're gonna be like, man, it's the worst. Right. I should have never pulled you over. You're gonna probably say that. I remember I told him, man, I'm being straight with it.
You got to go, man.
I had to get out of there.
Matter of fact, man,
I said, man, look, throw the lights on. I'm gonna follow you. I said, throw the lights on, man, so I can follow you. I'm serious, man. I mean, you want to be behind me till I get to where I'm going? Oh, I got to go, man. I'm serious, man. I'm not even playing games.
Listen, there's bad actors everywhere.
They look at your record, man. Well, you good, man. You good. Right. You good, man. You good. Slow it down.
I will say this: there's bad actors everywhere, but that don't mean you have to demolish the entire tree. You just pick out that bad apple, you throw it away, but the whole tree is not corrupt because there is one bad apple. So yes, there are bad actors in any type of establishment, but that doesn't mean everyone is bad. No. And so I don't, honestly, the police have been there for me when my own family was coming against me. The police have been there for me when strangers came against me. So I appreciate and respect the police. Every time I've called the police, they showed right up. How can I help you, ma'am? Mm-hmm. And they protected me. And even when I got pulled over for speeding, they were like, listen, ma'am, you know you went over. And I said, yes, Mr. Officer, I know I was going about 80 in a 65. And then when I finished giving him all of my paperwork, I had a valid driver's license, insurance. See, if you follow the laws of the land.
The tag's good, everything.
Everything.
Your car ain't stolen. Make sure the car not stolen. Because y'all like to ride around in stolen vehicles and think the police ain't supposed to do nothing to you.
And there's been times, too, that I've been rolling on bad tags because I didn't get to replace my tags or re-register my car to get updated. The sticker on the tag, there's times that I've rolled around with it, and then the cop will pull me over and say, you know, your tags are behind. And I say, yes, I just haven't got a chance to get up there and get them, but here's all of my paperwork. I'm legit. And you know what the cop said? You make sure you get them this week, ma'am. That is it. So the whole defund the police, I think they pushed it too much. And sometimes when you push something too much, it backfires in your face. So we want to get into this compilation. What we're going to talk about, we're going to bring in President Trump when he was talking about this 4 years ago when the defund the police movement started. And remember all of the riots in Minneapolis from the George Floyd? And remember how they made George Floyd the martyr? But he was out here doing crime?
They made the brother martyr, man. Hey, that's not even... I know people, you know, who have done some honorable things in their lives, like really great things. And I can say Booker T. Washington not even honored as much as any of these new age people that they keep martyrizing.
No,
man.
Not at
they
all.
Keep making these people into these, you know, symbols of freedom and stuff. And it's not even like that. Man, y'all got to cut this out.
They don't give it to the real patriots.
No, they don't give it to the soldiers. They don't give it to the veterans. None of that stuff. They don't have nothing for they're trying to get rid of Veterans Day and all that. I ain't talking about not this new president coming in, but beforehand. They don't celebrate no veterans, nothing like that. They ain't do all that. You're never trying to kill all of us.
They celebrate sinners.
Well, were they unalive? That's what they got to say.
That's what they do. Anyway, let's get into this. We're going to start this off with President Trump 4 years ago, and let's see what he is saying. And then we're going to see, by the time we finish with this compilation, I want you to rate the leadership. Okay? Here we go.
But our officers have been under vicious assault, and hundreds of police have been injured and several murdered. You've been reading about it just like I've been seeing it. Reckless politicians have defamed our law enforcement heroes as the enemy. They call them the enemy. They actually go and say they're the enemy, and even call them an invading army. These radical politicians want to defund and abolish the police from our nation. At first, when I first heard it, I said, well, that's just something that they're saying that doesn't, but they actually are trying to do it. You look at what's going on in Minneapolis, you look at what's going on in many Democrat-run areas, but they want to defund and they want to abolish. Far-left mayors are escalating the anti-cop crusade, and violent crime is spiraling in their cities.
Wow. And now, what I want to play for you guys is, since they did move forward with the defund the police movement, did crime get better or did it get worse?
I want to make a quick point.
Yes.
Did you guys understand that they call the police enemy of the state? That's what they call the police officers, your local police officers, your local sheriff departments, your state police, anyone in law enforcement. You know, there's rumors that there's been spreading for a long time that these police are evil. Every police officer is wrong. But I've never seen like all the dope dealers that's in black neighborhoods and stuff, like all the cats that like Rollo, Roscoe, and people like that, Chauncey and them, and all the people like that that's doing all this wrong, right? You know, just being stereotypical, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna be devil's advocate, what have you. But at the same time, it's the truth. They're not labeling these guys as terrorists. They're not labeling them as enemy of the state, enemy of the hood. They're not even saying that enemy of my neighborhood because you're selling drugs and you're terrorizing people. You're threatening people's lives. And you mean to tell me y'all don't want to call it? They're not called. They're good. They're heroes. They're heroes. They celebrate. They love them. They don't do nothing. They go to church with them and everything. They right there with them. They smiling even when they abuse them. Even when the same little dope dealer, whatever you call them and stuff, they abuse people in the neighborhoods. And now they sitting there, they all scared of him. And they said, don't say nothing to them. What you mean don't say nothing to them?
All right.
What you mean? You see, even everybody's scared. The old people scared. All the old people scared.
They protect
all the middle-aged people scared. All these so-called drug dealers or thugs, what are they supposed to be? Oh, don't worry. It's gonna be a street people coming up soon. But at the same time, I'm just saying, man, why y'all not talking about these cats are enemy of the state? Are they terrorists or anything to that nature? And they are, in the sense of any other country, I guarantee you. I'll go see if there's drug dealers in other countries like that on the corners and all that stuff like that, in neighborhoods doing all that. Go see what happens in Saudi Arabia. Go see what happens in Iran, Iraq. I'm gonna name a few. Pakistan. Go see what happens. Go call yourself messing around with some of these authorities and all these places like that doing that nonsense.
China. Go
to China, play around in China if you want to.
Korea.
Russia.
You were over in Korea. They don't play that.
Man, they don't play that. They don't play it in South Korea, and they most definitely don't play it in North Korea.
Because the only villain in North Korea is Kim Jong-un. He could be the only one.
Kim Jong-un, you have to leave him alone.
That just leave him alone. Let him do his own thing.
Man do his thing.
Anyway, let's get into this, sweetheart. Let's see what defunding the police got us. Okay? Here we go. I've got to bring this over really quickly. And here we go. Because this is too much, y'all. And there we go. Look at this. Thoughts? I'm listening.
Well, everybody involved in this.
This was a flash mob.
This was during Joe Biden's reign.
And this has been going on.
And has been going on pretty much ever since Joe Biden's reign.
Because they made theft. They said it's not a crime. It has to be over
700. Anything under $700.
Under 1,000, I thought.
It depends on what Democratic state it was. Because I know in California, I think was it 1,000 or $700 or something to that nature. You can still up to $700, up to $1,000,
right here?
And we're not going to arrest you.
Bottega Veneta.
Yeah,
that brand. There's nothing under $1,000.
Well, yeah.
There's nothing.
And Gavin Newsom, that good old governor, he was cool with it.
He was cool with it. They ransacked everything. California. Remember when we were in?
It was in D.C. at the time.
We was in D.C.
Yeah, it was in the Capitol.
And we saw.
I saw a flash mob, and it was hitting what's the name of that? Burberry. It was Burberry right there. Gucci, Burberry, and all these other these
high end,
whatever you call them, stores. Yeah. And so I think the deal was, I remember I looked at there's a whole bunch of kids, y'all, all these high schoolers, and they all were in the same. I guess they all went to the same high school, like it was planned,
right?
Because the way they did it was orchestrated. But the problem with that problem was this: them police, they already knew that Donald J. Trump was coming in. And them police was on it, boy. I told the kids that I saw, the ones that was close to me that I saw, I told her, I said, y'all better get your ass home to your mama right now. Get your ass home to your mama, little girl, little boy. What the hell wrong with y'all out here? Before you end up somewhere and your mama bust your head to the white meat because you out here stealing. Because I know you don't belong. I'm looking at you. You straggling way back here. You ain't with this group like that. You ain't down. Now you trying to be cool. I said, y'all trying to be cool out here.
Right.
Get your cool ass home.
Let's get to the next one. Let's finish this. Look at this mess. Hold on. Where's the other one? Let's see how this went when they allowed, they allowed
But they want to defund the police.
Oh, but they allowed the people to, what did they do?
They burn the American flag.
Burn the American flag at the Capitol. Look at this. Watch this. Oh my gosh.
What are you doing?
Now, why would they do that, Maze? You know why? Because law and order is out of control. There is no law and order.
Yeah, when you take the law and order out, when you tell hey, do what you like type attitude and type environment, yeah, look at this nonsense. You got all these dumb kids. I mean, look how they messed up in the game.
No respect for authority at all.
Now think about it. Your parents just sent you over here to get this education.
That's the capital.
Because this is DC, y'all.
Yes, the
and
capital.
People don't, you see, I'm gonna tell y'all, you understand the level of this. You don't understand the level, right? Let me get you there. This was happening. These dumb kids right there, all of them dumb. I'm gonna tell you why. The ones that's around there with the Palestinian flag. You ain't in Palestine. I don't care what issues you got with BB, you bring that shit. That stuff. You bring it to Israel. Why are y'all ain't flying over to Jerusalem?
In Palestine. You get a thumbs down, dummies.
You fly your ass to Jerusalem, Israel. You go where BB is located, and then you do your protest and you burn their flag, whatever you're gonna do, or what you think you're doing. You pull that over there. Because see, let me tell you about these kids right there. See, y'all done messed up. See, y'all caught up in the game. See, your parents paid all that money for you to come here to get that education, that sweet education you got, and then you messed it up. You're supposed to be a doctor when you go back home. You done messed it up now. Oh, guess what? You see, their parents, see parent law come into play, then that family law come into play with them.
Yeah.
Now you about to get your head busted to white meat because you they went here and burnt them people's flag, went to somebody else's house. You went to somebody else's house to burn their flag in their house. You a damn fool. You're one damn fool.
You foolish. Let's keep going. Let's see what this is, what they're doing.
Bill. But they spray paint. Look, man.
Did they spray paint?
Look, they spray paint on. Look, they in America spray paint on American stuff. You dig?
Putting Hamas.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh my goodness.
Don't you worry. It's being taken
care
care
of.
Defund the police,
though, right? Defund the police,
we got the right man in the. We got the right man in the
job.
job.
They want to defund the police, and look what happens when there's no law and order and no respect for authority.
Yeah, and then when you reduce the numbers of the police officers, you taking out, you get rid of the all of the battalions, you get rid of all, you get rid of their locations, you chopping them down because we just can't fund the police because you guys are just so.
They were sending the money over to trans monkeys.
You see that?
They were sending the money for trans
monkeys. Rather than fund the police, help homeless veterans, help American families.
Social services.
Where your money going? Your money going to this type of nonsense, funding funding shrimps on treadmills.
Yes.
Funding transgender monkeys and all stuff like that, right? That's what you want?
Look at this.
Oh, man, y'all.
I don't see no riot here.
You got this
cops out there trying.
And
they are
to.
trying.
Man,
they are trying to combat this crowd. These guys have families too. These cops have families too. You know what?
You get that extra large. That's when you get that extra large, that super extra large mace. You get 2 canisters of it, and you go that running gunning. But at the same time, you see what's going on, y'all? Making these people that are Americans, police officers who are Americans, feel uncomfortable in their own land.
Uncomfortable in their own land.
In their own land.
They
I got to walk on eggshells for you.
Oh,
that
Lord.
let you know your leadership is garbage. Whoever your president is at the time is garbage. And we already know it was. The leadership sucked. We already know it's the Democrats. We already know. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Sanctuary City. Sanctuary for criminals. Protecting people criminals who have killed American citizens and don't know who else they done killed in their own country.
Lord help us.
They imported Joe Biden imported evil ass people to come and hurt Americans on purpose, bro. Call it what you want.
He imported the Trinidad
Call it what you want.
Aragua gang into the United States. And this is per Venezuela's president. Out of his mouth.
Maduro surrendered to Trump. He said, man, let me tell you what's going on, bro. This was happening. Joe Biden was bringing the people out of my country, all the people that we didn't want, all them killers and them prisons and their mental institutions, and we brought them to America.
Sure did.
Sure did.
Sure did.
Sure did, man. Hey, the crime is down.
Let's see.
All for speaking out about Palestine, students at the George Washington University are experiencing the collusion between the university and the imperial state firsthand.
People like Hakeem Jeffries.
You see how they had Netanyahu looking.
Man, look.
And Chuck Schumer see fit to invite Netanyahu to speak when 56% of their voters who are polled believe this is a genocide. It's unforgivable. We are watching, and we vote accordingly. And we are watching Biden, and we're watching Vice President Harris. And we need a lot.
She's telling you who's to blame here.
She's telling you who did all this.
Better upholding of international and U.S. Leahy laws.
Anyway,
look, man.
I know.
I understand that you're upset on both sides. Understand Israelis' pain and how they feel, and understand the Palestinians' pain and how they feel. But y'all take that beef over there. That beef you got, you bring it, get it off our land, and get it on over there where it belongs.
Take it over
there. Take it. Y'all take it to the head. Y'all go toe to toe. You go to toe, man. You know, go face the man. You on that? Go to his house.
Yes.
If y'all about it, y'all about that life. Y'all came to DC on that bull. Ain't nobody up in there got nothing to do with your fight, your crowd. We don't care about it. To be honest with you, man, because we got enough drama and problems over here already. Everybody in every country has the same issues and problems. Don't bring this stuff over here, man. Keep it where it's at. Keep it where it's at, man. And resolve it. Pray to God. Go to the real, true living God. You don't want to do that? Y'all praying to the wrong guy anyway. So.
Okay. All right. I got a little crunk.
You know what?
That's
why I stay out of politics.
Let's move on.
Because these people make me upset.
To how defunding the police also put the border crossing guards in a chokehold.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how they've been overran and overrun by you got crunk.
Oh yeah, I was on it, baby. You gotta get me off this.
Oh,
this ain't the type of show I need to be on.
Here we go.
Migrants a day. That is what federal officials say they are encountering at the U.S. southern border on average.
I'm going to rewind.
Tonight, nearly 10,000 migrants a day. That is what federal officials say they are encountering at the U.S. southern border on average. In December, that's among the highest numbers ever recorded. And with multiple border entry points remaining closed as the surge at the southern border escalates, U.S. officials now warning that the situation is nearing a, quote, breaking point. Ed Lavandera is out front.
Apprehensions of migrants crossing the southern U.S. border are...
Do you see all these people crossing this border? This is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
And the key word.
Look at that.
The key
10,000 a day.
Yeah. 10,000 a day. And
rate the leadership on that.
100 days. It's 100 days.
I think
That's
now
what,
Trump's got it down to 94%.
Yeah, it's down 94% closed on the border. Crossings are stopped. They stopped the
But
spike.
look at this. Look at this.
Look at all these. They're all illegals, though. Illegal. Not legal migrants. These ain't legal migrants, y'all. These people are not legal migrants. These people are coming from Venezuela. They come from other countries that are full of nonsense. They bringing their God here, y'all. They're bringing all the false gods here.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing all the little statues, all the little skulls, everything they like to bring. All the little false gods they bring, man. You don't understand that? You don't understand that you need to close the door to your front house and don't let nobody in your house. As a matter of fact, they coming through the back door.
Yes. Let's see.
Are once again reaching record levels. A Department of Homeland Security official tells CNN the average number of encounters in the week is 9,600 per day. This rate of apprehensions has not been seen since earlier this year, in the days before lifting of the COVID-era restriction known as Title 42. Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez says the situation is spiraling out of control again.
Border Patrol agents are doing everything they can to take care of the situation, but they're completely overwhelmed, completely just overwhelmed with the situation, and it's getting worse.
This spot along the Rio Grande in Eagle Pass, Texas, is the focal point of the southern border migration crisis. Despite miles of razor wire, steel containers on the riverbank, and thousands of federal, state, and local authorities on the ground, thousands cross this spot every day.
It's going up and up and up.
Sheriff Tom Schmerber says a zero-tolerance immigration policy won't keep migrants from crossing the border illegally into the U.S., but he says the Biden administration needs to do more to get it under control.
Best thing to do is for the federal government to work with the government from Mexico. Hopefully they can persuade them to put some kind of a portal system.
Didn't Trump just come in and do that? And then you got the American people mad because he told Mexico to stop sending migrants, stop sending drugs, and stop human trafficking?
Yeah, that's why you got to protect your border. See, I'm listening to this, man. It's like, yes, you're looking at all these people. Americans don't understand. You must protect your border. They bring in fentanyl. Fentanyl is a drug. You can have a grain of this fentanyl crap can kill you.
Sure can.
If you touch it, you can die. That's why you have police officers. Some police officers had issues with this because they end up grabbing one of these traffickers, and he's trafficking fentanyl. They go in their pocket or something like that and grab the crap, and then now the police went to OD. They got to get the police a doggone. They got to inject the police officer so he can be all right, so he can get back on his job. Well, as a matter of fact, go recover because this is wrong. Didn't think about it. They got people that have what? They have diseases. Yeah. Oh man, the outbreak of measles and all that. Oh, surprise, surprise. Measles in Texas. Why? Because they letting people down. They've been letting people through that southern border.
The authority.
And they don't want to, they'll tell everybody else in the world, right, vaccine, and all this nonsense, but they ain't doing it at that southern border. They letting them right on in. They and didn't think about, remember what happened in San Antonio? When them cats came, they broke down that, Texas, that around San Antonio, around the Alamo area. Mm-hmm. When they broke through the area over there, the people came through the gate. What they do with the soldiers? The soldiers couldn't even. Now I come from the old army where you have an issue. You come through that gate like that. Mm-hmm. Every soldier have a command to truly stop you, and it might not have been the way that you would. I mean, you civilians would have wanted it to happen. Right. Okay. That thing that happened at that border in Texas shouldn't have happened when the people came through and ransacked our soldiers. I mean, because you got that new army, this new army from Biden. That's that Biden rule. See, that's that. Hey, throw it on the table. Hey, we all out here. We open. Hey, that's that new army. So I'm glad Pete Hegseth is in there to get back to the old army. You understand?
The real soldiers.
The real men. The real deal. Holyfield.
The real army.
Not no playing no games and all that. And get rid of all, and I'm glad Trump fired them 8,000 of them people that was on that bull. So get rid of all them, bring 8,000 real soldiers back in, and then we can get back on the ball game because you guys, look, that southern border is very, very important. Matter of fact, all our borders, even if Canada let them in through. Canada let them in too. So you got to watch that too. Canada on that bull, Justin Trudeau on that bull, y'all.
Well, let's see how the citizens feel about
Defunding
the defunding and the border crisis and the lack of a law enforcement.
I started talking.
Title 42 is set to expire, and officials on both sides of the border brace for what comes next. We take a look at what the impact has been on residents on the U.S. side of the border. Maria Villarreal has spent the past few weeks documenting the plight of those working to make better lives for their families, those working to help, and the U.S. residents who are concerned about what will happen to their neighborhoods as thousands potentially make their way through their streets. That's tonight's Prime Focus.
Tonight, with Title 42 expiring in just a few hours, concern is spreading across the country as officials are bracing for a rise in border crossings and a worry that there's not enough resources to handle the rush.
You see the wall and then you can see the fence. It's really like 3 walls that you need to jump and you're inside already.
In El Paso, Texas, Brian Salazar can see the border wall from his backyard. And up until recently, that didn't bother him much. That is, until the latest influx of migrants leading up to the end of Title 42.
It's like, you don't feel safe now. Like, it's crazy. I could be honest, I feel more safer in Juarez than El Paso because a lot of immigrants are just coming in. Like, we don't know. Like it's crazy at this point.
Have people tried to come into the property here?
Yeah, it's already a regular thing. We're getting used to it, but it's like, it's getting out of control. Like, a lot of people try to get in the backyard and stuff.
Who wants to live like that? Where he said it's a regular thing for people to be breaking into the house. Who wants to live like that?
And then you got to remember, they letting in these MS-13s and all the Treyan gang and all these people that, I mean, they be on that bull, man. Some of these, I mean, I remember I had a friend in Mexico told me, my friend that's from Mexico told me on the phone, he lived in Cabo, and he lives in Cabo, and he also lives in middle Mexico and also at the top because he has businesses, right? Mm-hmm. And he told me, he says a lot of these gangs, he said these blood drinking gangs are coming through Mexico, and we escorting them from the bottom all the way to the top and all toward Eagle Pass. Our army is doing all that because these people are wicked. And he said they got all the tattoos all on their face. He's describing them to me. I said, that sounds like the Guatemalan gangs and everything too. He said, yeah. He said, it's everybody. He said, they're letting everybody, trying to put them in Mexico. He said, Argentina let them go. In Guatemala and all them other places, they letting their people out of prison. And all these gangs, they basically deporting them to South Mexico. Then South Mexico is taking them, y'all ain't staying here. And bringing them all the way up to where we at. That's what's been going on for the last, 4 years.
So you have to have law enforcement and you have to have authority.
You can't defund your police. You need it. Yeah.
You need them and you need everyone to protect you. Look at
this kid. I was about to say, look at this kid. He's scared. He's like,
this
dude is, I mean, he's clearly come from a Mexican family, American-Mexican family, right?
Look at him.
But he's like, man, look, bro, this thing is wild. Y'all don't understand.
The house, the front, and yeah, we could imagine how other neighbors are living too.
Brian shot this video last week of 3 people scaling the wall and making their way into his neighborhood.
You never know their intentions, people trying to come in your house.
That uncertainty prompting him to buy a gun.
What kind of weapon did you end up purchasing?
Like a rifle. I'm 19, but I could purchase just rifles, not 21. But as having your license helps you a lot. Makes me feel safer. You know, people coming in, don't go in the property, like, I'm not trying to kill no one. Like, we know our laws here in Texas, and you got to be respectful with your property.
You're not going about property.
Similar sentiment shared by Brian's neighbor, Tony Lopez, whose family has lived in the area for more than 40 years.
For those people that live in other parts of the country that haven't seen this or experienced this, what do you want them to understand about this?
That it's not safe. It's not, you don't feel safe in your own home.
You hear him?
Man,
he said it's not safe and it doesn't feel
he
safe.
Said in your own home. You don't feel safe in your own home.
Why'd you say safe like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's
country.
I'm
trying to just saying y'all didn't hear him. I know y'all heard it. He said he didn't feel safe in his own home. And that shouldn't be no way no one should feel. You should not feel like you are trapped in your own house.
Prisoner in your own
The little
home.
kid said he had to go get a gun license so he could buy some rifles and stuff so he could feel safe.
Y'all hear that?
Because the police have been defunded. They defunded the police and the border patrol. They gave the border patrol all orders that they couldn't arrest nobody or mess with nobody that was coming through there. They told them straight up. You go and look at it. Oh, it's coming. Y'all gonna see it's coming down the line. It's coming down the pipeline. Y'all gonna see it. That could be all over.
Everybody knows
the real news.
There's no authority. People will trample all over you.
Walk
all over you.
Yeah. That's why you say you don't know the intention of these guys that's coming through the wall.
Exactly.
We don't know, you know, most of the time they try to break in your house.
Exactly.
Then you look at all the things happening to these young ladies, stuff they getting raped. Or you can say rape now, I think.
R word.
I don't know how you say it.
R
R
word.
worded. They R word people. And they SA people, man. Lord. When we gonna get back to the regular words, man? Everybody got time for all this
Freedom of
nonsense.
speech.
Freedom of speech.
Let's go. Let's see what he's
own home, and I don't know what their intentions are. Like, it's good or bad, but they do tend to hide in people's houses, also in their backyards.
800 miles away, similar concerns near the border town of Brownsville, Texas, where Governor Abbott has deployed the Texas National Guard dressing in riot gear, while families in Matamoros, just across the border from Brownsville, are carrying what little they have. This baby placed inside a suitcase as they make the dangerous crossing of the Rio Grande River.
Hola, hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
You know what I don't understand is all of these people coming over here to America, fighting hard to get over here to America, only to burn the American flag and throw up the Mexican flag. So are they really coming here for a better life, or are they coming over here to conquer?
My thing is,
I just want to know, because we just saw, what is it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, where there was a big protest and it was a bunch of people from Mexico protesting and they had their Mexican flag up. And if you love your country so much, why are you not over there? Why are you over here ruining ours?
well, because a lot of them are ignorant to the fact that what the news is using this as a divider between the people, right? You got certain news medias, man, and they all on that bull trying to make it seem like it's like Trump hates Mexicans, or he doesn't like he doesn't like immigrants.
That's not it.
No, he said don't like illegal. It's the word. Y'all don't get that part?
How would you
the
feel?
ones that's coming and selling dope?
Yeah, well, how would you feel if you came home one day and somebody was just sitting in your house?
Well, somebody done SA'd your child.
Hold on, but somebody comes in and sits in your house and you can't put them out. And it's your house and you can't put them out.
Yeah, but someone was squatting. Remember that dude?
That's how.
Remember the dude that was teaching
this
people?
is.
The little dude, he was on TikTok or something, showing people this how you get the money and this how you do this. He was showing
Yeah.
everywhere to do and everything to go. He just kept on boasting about his money he had.
I think he got deported.
Yeah, they caught him. I getting to that point. They caught his ass. They sure did. He kept on acting all sporty and all that stuff, acting like he, you know, I don't know. I'm untouchable. Same thing with the Haitians and stuff. Some brothers that the Haitians and stuff, right?
Yes.
You have all of them was illegals. Because guess what? Who was importing them here? The Biden administration bringing them people here, giving them your tax dollars. That's what they was doing.
It was.
They do the brothers from Haiti. Go back to Haiti. That's where you from. You wasn't born here. Your parents didn't come here legally.
And I understand.
I understand Jamaican Americans. I understand Haitian Americans.
Trying to
Italian Americans. I understand all that.
Listen, I'm trying, and I also understand trying to find a better life. I get that. Running away
Man, you gotta do the right
from
way.
tyranny. I get that. But I honestly think the Biden administration gave them incentive to keep doing it.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna keep if why not run to some other country? Why you coming to America? Why you can't go to a surrounding country that's closer to you?
America, I don't own America.
This thing is making my forehead.
I don't own America. But I will say that if you do things the right way, it works out better versus doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, because why get arrested or risk getting arrested, jailed, and in some countries they have other things they do to you. You know, they try to unalive you or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they consider you a spy.
Yes, they do.
This is a spy. You know, you ain't just here. How you get here? What you doing here? What you want?
It is crazy.
Joe Biden say, "Come on over, man. We're gonna give you money. We're gonna take care of your family. Well, what kind of record? Oh man, we don't care what you did."
They left the border open. They defunded the police. They let crime run rampant. The
killed how many
flash
people?
mobs took all of this stuff. Even let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. Where I'm going to see if I can find it. Where now all of the department stores and Walmarts are, what do you call that? They are locked up.
Yeah, they're locking up all their goods and all the little bitty. I mean, they have like new security measures where they've like the things you can normally go in there and like nail polish, I think, for ladies and stuff like that. I remember in the ladies section, they got that stuff all chained up. The men say they got all the deodorant and everything, man. You can't go ahead and just grab a stick, walk to the counter, pay for it, and go. Now they got to come in, bring it to the cabinet, unlock the cabinet, get the deodorant, give it to you.
In wealthy
close
neighborhoods,
it, lock it up.
guys.
Care what neighborhood it is.
Look at this. I'm gonna show this. Look at this. This is what
like
defund the police.
All types of retailers, right?
No law and order gets you. Watch this. Because this is crazy.
It is hard to fathom, but socks under lock. For months now, various stores have been locking up beauty, hygiene, and cleaning products. But now we're hearing that some Bay Area stores are locking up socks, even underwear, to keep shoplifters from stealing them. NBC Bay Area's Jody Hernandez explains.
Retail theft has gotten so bad in the city of Richmond, stores like Walmart and Target are now locking up undergarments. It seems the thieves are truly hitting below the belt. Bay Area shoppers are getting accustomed to seeing high-ticket items like electronics and even toiletries under lock and key.
I'm sorry, honey. It's like we're in prison now.
Well, yeah.
And this is the way things are because they decided to defund the police.
I mean, the biggest
and
thing,
undermine authority.
But many customers thought they'd never see the underwear aisle looking like this.
It comes to the point like how ghetto does it look that they have to lock up the socks or whatever it is that they have under key.
If I was getting socks right now, it would be very inconvenient. I'd be very upset. I got to call somebody to come open up the counter for me to get socks.
At least 2 East Bay Target stores have started locking up their undergarments. This customer had to wait 10 minutes for a clerk to open up the case so he could buy boxers.
There is a button here. You need to call for assistance. So it's crazy. It's so sad.
And shoppers are discovering buying undies at Walmart isn't easy anymore either. This Hilltop Walmart had their underwear locked up too. Clerks tell us shoplifters are striking the store nearly every day, most recently smashing and grabbing from the jewelry cases. But undergarments aren't off limits.
That is crazy to know that the socks and the underwear are being put under lock. The
Richmond City Council member Cesar Cepeda says the growing retail theft trend is alarming. He fears we'll see more stores shutting down.
The costs will go up. Our residents will have to pay more, or they'll have to commute and travel farther to pick up their groceries, to pick up their socks, to pick up their prescription, and it's really going to be hurting our community.
Target says they're doing their best to prevent theft. In a statement, they said, on a limited basis, we employ theft deterrent merchandising strategies, such as locking cases for categories that are prone to theft. Apparently, socks and underwear are now among those theft-prone items. In Contra Costa County, Jody Hernandez, NBC.
Do you all hear this? This is what happens when you defund the police. So
you're stealing drawers.
You can't even get underwear.
Stealing all the drawers.
So I want you to rate the leadership of the past administration with the defund the police movement.
Oh, I'm going. You already know. Let me get an explanation. Let me break something else down. See, a lot of stuff going on too, because guess what? The Lord said, "Thou shalt not steal," right?
Yeah.
Tell you don't steal. It's a commandment from God. And these cats act like the Most High God is not looking at this either. Like Jesus don't see us. He taking note of this. But let's just give it time. Let's give it time. So, but the leadership on this, y'all, the Democratic Party did a terrible job with defunding our great police, our great state troopers, our everything, even our military. All this stuff is policing. You got to have a border patrol. You got why you think President Trump is smarter than these guys? They have National Guard units that are going down there now too. Mm-hmm. So you have Army, you have reserves, you have National Guard. You got to remember these things. We got different branches of our services too. So we have a lot of different. We have airmen, we got Marines, we got our Coast Guards. Even we have. I mean, come on, man. We have. It's a lot that we have.
That's right.
That we wasn't utilizing because Joe Biden was defunding the police. They did it in all these different states.
All of the authority.
They stopped all of the authority, all the respective authority.
Hold on.
All of the
If a business owner stopped the robber, guess who got in trouble?
The business owner.
The business owner. You can't even stop people from robbing your store. That's
you remember that
how
man?
bad
There
it
was a
got.
man that was stealing. I remember it was a viral video that this man that was stealing cigarettes out of this guy's store, this Indian guy's store.
Yeah, the convenience store.
It's convenience store. I don't
Yes,
remember
it
what
was a
nationality.
convenience store.
But I know that man got that stick and whipped his butt.
He sure
He got
did.
the 2x4.
It was both of
And
them.
they whipped his butt. They whipped him with that stick.
They tag teamed him.
Yeah.
And he was on the ground. Ah!
Yeah, and then everybody else was mad at them.
Hold up.
Because they disciplined this guy. I mean,
But
come
the
on,
guy
man.
was so puffed up, he was just in the store just taking it off.
And he said, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Take it
He
off.
said, I don't care what you say. And then
He
was
had a
arrogant.
trash bag.
He had a trash can. Putting all of these
A big
cigarettes,
giant,
taking all
what
the
is
man
that?
cigarettes.
40
Yeah, 5
gallon?
gallon. 50 gallon. Oh, yeah, 50 gallon can. And this joker just taking all these product. This man looking at everybody like, what's wrong with you? And there's another brother that recorded the whole thing. And at the same time, besides that, just all of the theft, y'all, it's wrong. And then you're destroying your own ecosystem. People, let me tell you, dumb kids that are stealing from these local stores that's within your area, that's looting, rioting, burning them up, whatever you're doing, right? Let me tell you something. When they go away, guess what? You ain't got nowhere to shop no more because businesses are going to move away from you.
Yes, they are.
Your parents are going to have access to no grocery store.
No medication.
Your grandparents, no medication. There's a whole lot of things that you lose.
No food.
Because of your ignorance and your evil for stealing. You know, you didn't make none of this stuff. You didn't take the time to go start no business. You trying to take away from somebody's business rather than add on to by
Remember,
doing
that
your
was what the Democrats pushed. They pushed equality. And then they were saying reparations. So it was a lot of people we saw out there saying, well, we steal and we get all of this. This is our reparations.
Oh, yeah,
so
my
they
girl,
were
she
saying
said that.
stealing was reparations.
She said, oh, this reparations. What you mean reparations? No, dummy. You setting yourself up super bad.
Yes.
You ignorant. You ain't never getting no reparations. The God say you ain't never getting. He say,
Especially
look,
with that attitude.
people can't repay the evil that they've done people in the world. Nobody in this world has done evil to anybody can repay
But how do you deserve
the
it?
evil that they've had done to them.
But look, they're doing evil.
And then look at you, all these years down the line, you think you're gonna get
You
something.
think God is going to bless that thinking, that mindset?
If you say, hey, I'm gonna go in,
I'm going to just go take it.
The Lord say vengeance is his.
He does not listen. God ponders the heart.
So
Anyway, thank you all.
Oh,
wait.
Give me the Democratic Party once again. I mean, I don't care how it look. You can talk about my thumb all you want. It's a thumbs down to them. Talk about my thing. Yeah, I know it. When I get some money, I'm gonna give me some better ones. How about that? Talk that noise. Thumb down. How about that? Thumbs down. Rate relationship 0.
We've got the money, honey. You just haven't bought another.
I'm just talking. That's making it
It's
exciting.
in the moment. Anyway,
Just getting that Hollywood.
thank you guys. We'll see you on the next Rate the Leadership. I pray
the leadership.
that you receive value out of this. Share it, like, subscribe. We like to have fun with everything. So thank you.
Subscribe,
for
y'all. Subscribe, rate the leadership. Tell everybody about it, right? Stop playing around. All you veterans out there, get on your job, man. All my vets out there, get on your job. Share this to everybody. Y'all know what time it is.
You have a new commander-in-chief who is about law and order.
That's right.
Clean
Share
it up, Trump. Take care, guys.